I became the manager or teacher in charge of drama.
And you are showing people how to wear boobs.
How to wear boobs.
The boys.
Exactly. So I was rediscovering my career that was killed by my voice.
Yeah.
The first few days, I used that iron box to make tea. I would heat the iron box and put it upside down. I would put water in a cup and place it on the ironing box.
What?
The water stays and boils.
To heat it?
To heat it, then I would add tea and sugar. So because I was given a house, I had nothing.
Okay, so did you pass we used to call it Kenya Advanced Certificate of Education?
Absolutely.
Yeah, KACE.
KACE. I see you're very conversant with these things.
I went through that system
you went through
also. Yeah, I know these things.
Absolutely.
How did that go?
So how did that go?
With your MBC.
So with my MBC,
yes,
I passed, and again I got, at that point it used to be 18 points. If you are doing further math, there are people who are so bright, they are doing something extra called further math.
Yes.
You got 19.
19 maximum.
19 maximum.
That was the best.
But if you didn't do further math, 18.
I
got 15.
Oh, 15 out of 18.
And you can see all the way from primary school to secondary to high school.
Yes.
I am not like a top
like 18 over 18.
No. I'm not one of those geniuses that, you have to get but I always got
But you're still above 80%.
I'm above average, exactly.
You're above 80%. Not above average.
Yes, above 80%.
You are still 80%
around
and above.
there.
You're still a distinction.
Yes.
Yeah, but not 100%.
Not 100%.
Yes.
So, there are, people you knew, that one is an 18 point. That one is this and this. I was never that person. So I got 15, and because I got 15 and I was in maths, biology, chemistry, I was then admitted with other boys from Mangu to medical school.
That was direct to medicine.
Direct to medical school. At that point, there was no parallel. It was just the regular government students.
Yes.
So I was admitted to Nairobi University to do a bachelor's degree in medicine and surgery. And of course, again, a very happy moment. And I moved on to university. And now I was looking forward to freedom.
I'm very scared now because what I've heard, I need to tell us whether it's true or whether it's a rumor.
Yes.
When you get into that medicine class, on day one, what they do to you, they take you to this room with a dead body, and then they tell you to start cutting the legs, remove the eyes. Is it true? What do they do to you?
Let me explain that to you. So I went and I was admitted to medical school. But before I was admitted to medical school, and I'll come to that story, let me recount a few experiences between now. You remember when you left A-level?
Yes.
You had a 9 months wait to go to university.
To go to university, yes. We waited for 9 months.
Waited for 9 months.
Yes.
And now
I joined in August.
I joined in...
After I had finished the previous year.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And I joined August, September.
And the results used to come out around February.
Exactly.
So now, you have
So you have this time you're waiting.
Yes.
And at that point, you remember that now you've gone back to the village. Now you're waiting for your results come. But in the meantime, you have these 9 months. So we used to go to school and look for a job as an untrained teacher. UT.
Untrained teacher.
Yes, we used to joke around and call them useless teachers.
Useless.
But they were not useless. They were just untrained
I was
teachers.
also one.
So I went to my local school, Karima High School, Karima Boys.
Yes.
And I became a UT.
Karima
Boys.
That's the local
secondary school.
Yes.
And I was 20.
Yes.
So I go to school and I was now the maths teacher for maths, biology, and chemistry, because those were my favorite subjects.
Those were your pet subjects.
My pet subjects.
Yes.
And at 20, I was teaching. I was teaching students.
Yes.
I was forming clubs. I was taking the students to functions. And my passion of drama came back. And I started teaching them drama. Yes.
What?
So I taught Karima Boys drama. I became the manager or teacher in charge of drama.
And you are showing people how to wear boobs.
How to wear boobs.
The boys.
Exactly. So I was rediscovering my career that was killed by my voice.
Yeah.
And we did so well, we went to district level. At that point now it was zone and this and this. And at that point I was being paid 1,100 a month.
Yes.
And I would have that money, I would save some, I would buy milk for my mother, then I would, you know, all those things that you do. And then I went to, and I would walk to school because it was now, my home was very close to Karima Boys.
Yes.
Then when we went for the districts, the headmistress of Kangobiri Girls, which was now like 9-10 kilometers away from home.
I went to Kagoviri.
Really?
Yeah, from 1 to 4.
From 1 to 4?
Yeah, that's my alumni.
I came and became a teacher in Kangobiri.
You taught there?
I taught in Kangobiri in 1990.
Wonderful.
Term 2.
I taught as a UT in 1985 for a very short time.
For a very short time.
Yeah, no, not 85, 1987.
87.
Before I joined campus.
Before you joined campus.
Yes,
so
but for a very short time.
For a very short time.
Yeah, about 3 months.
I taught for 6 months. I taught for 2 terms.
Ah, wonderful.
Now, I was in Karima for term 1.
Yes.
Doing drama, teaching chemistry, you know, all those things. Then now we go to drama festival, and Mrs. Moguero, who you probably remember.
Yeah, Mrs. Moguero, she was our principal.
There, Mrs. Moguero saw me and my boys, and she asked to talk to me. And she told me.
During the drama festival?
Yes, just outside after the hall.
Wow.
She said, do you mind coming to teach at Kangobiri Girls? And she said, she asked me, how much are they paying you? I said, 1,100. She said, I'll give you 1,400.
So she added
300 bob.
That was a lot of money that time.
And I was gone from next to home to 10 kilometers away. So I moved for 300 bob.
Stay?
When I got there, they gave me a house.
Oh.
They gave me a schoolhouse. Mwalimu
Wow.
20 years.
Wow.
And I remember I had nothing. I had bought an ironing box.
Yes.
To go with to campus.
Yes.
And that's what this is very interesting. The first few days, I used that iron box to make tea. I would heat the iron box.
Yes.
And put it upside down. I would put water in a cup and place it on the ironing box.
What?
The water stays and boils.
To heat it?
To heat it, then I would add tea and sugar. So because I was given a house, I had nothing. I had absolutely nothing in it.
You had not bought a stove?
No, from where?
Because those days we used to buy the stoves, those small kerosene stoves. Nothing. Wow.
Yeah?
Wow.
So later I got a stove from my father. My father gave me a paraffin stove.
Yes.
So now I had that. But the first days, I was turning upside down my iron box, and that's what I was using.
And then you heat the water with
it. Heat the water and then make tea.
But you still had a very innovative mind, even to think about that.
It was just solving the problem. And that's up to now. A person just looks at the problem and I need to solve the problem. So that I solved it. In fact, my first ugali to make, I made it with a hanger. I mixed, then I realized I don't have a mweko. And I picked the hanger and I did this and so you had to solve the problem.
Yeah.
So I did then I now started teaching drama. And music festival now. Term 2 was for music festival.
In Kagofiri
In Kagobiri Girls.
Yes.
And they went all the way.
Are you also teaching your core subjects now, the MBC?
I'm teaching my core subjects.
Plus drama.
And now I'm a drama teacher at 20.
There's a big lesson there. Because you got that position because someone saw that you had done a good job.
Yes.
Where you are.
Yes.
You do drama so well for Karima. And Miss Moguero says, we want you in our school.
Exactly.
Come over.
Yes.
300 shillings more.
Yes.
In salary.
Yes.
Well done.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed teaching drama in Kagobiri. And they went all the way to provincials for the first time. And then I went to campus.
Yes.
And when I left, this drama club were very disenfranchised. Were like, now what do we do for the next term 1 now?
Yes.
And I actually remember now I was on campus, sitting down in my brother's house, because when I came to campus, I stayed with him a few times. And recording. You remember that cassette used to stop?
Yes. And then you stop it.
Recording an entire series of a musical drama production.
Using the cassette
on a
player.
Cassette. And I would sing. I would say, at this point, this is what will happen. The boy will jump off the stage, because I did a circumcision song. And I narrated from beginning the music you'll sing, this, and I sent it to the girls in the school. And that's what they performed the next year. That was my passion for drama, which I still joined when I was in university. I joined drama, and we'll talk about that later.
That's
but that
amazing.
Was now so Now I have now passed and I've gone to medical school.
Okay, I think let's stop here now. Wow, this conversation is getting more and more interesting, and I'm sure you agree with me. Stay tuned. This is the Executive Table.